Hey everyone, Reaper here again with another video. This time it's another upgrade, comic book upgrades video. This is part 5. Like I said in the last video, these videos don't come out that often because it takes me a while to sometimes upgrade books. So you may not see another one of these for a while after this particular video, but they're always fun to do. It's always fun to see what I used to have and what I was able to get. So let's start off. A lot of slab books in this video. So let's start off with this one. Avengers Annual number 10. This is the first appearance of Rogue. It also says here it's the first appearance of Madeline Pryor. Now for me, I've always thought Madeline Pryor showed up in X-Men 168, but I guess I'm wrong, whatever. But we do know, I believe it's the first appearance of Rogue, if I'm not mistaken. Again, one of the books I originally got when I first started collecting, I probably have an 8.0, an 8.5 copy. And I said to myself, it's a modern book. It's relatively cheap. It's, 9.4 is not that expensive. Relatively cheap. I could probably upgrade it. And I did. Here's another upgrade. I think I talked about this. Tales from the Crypt number 22. The first time you see the Tales from the Crypt logo drawn this way, okay, this copy right here, I had previously had a 5.0 restored copy, and the restoration was minor. But eventually I sold it off. I was like, I sold it off because I wanted this one, so I got this. And I'm happier with this one. I don't have to worry about taking the restoration off and all that stuff. Sometimes there are some books I do have in my collection that are restored that I don't really particularly mind because it's an expensive book. Sometimes getting the books that have no restoration are more expensive. But for Tales from the Crypt 22, I was like, well, I got the restored book for a pretty good price, so that's why I couldn't pass on it. But then that one showed up, and I was like, maybe I'll upgrade again. Here's another recent upgrade. Amazing Spider-Man number 25. This is the first cameo appearance of Mary Jane. This comes from the Generations collection in Flagstaff, Arizona. I never heard of it, but apparently it was part of a collection of father and son that collected books from the Golden Age all the way up to, I guess, the Modern Age. And most of the books were in between 6.0s and 8.0s. Can you imagine what that collection must have been like? Well, this one's a 7.0. Very nice copy. Again, a book I had when I first started collecting. I got it back, I think, in September 1993. It was like a 3.5, and I said, it looked good, but I wanted something better. And here it is. Okay, here's another one. I bought this one from ETA Nick when he sold it I think it was almost a year ago to me. I had a copy a few years ago. I sold it. It originally had extra staples in it. I don't know why. The cover wasn't coming off, but whatever. Marvel Superheroes number 13. First appearance of Carol Danvers, who becomes Ms. Marvel / Captain Marvel. Like I said, my original copy was probably a 5. This is only a slight upgrade. I'm more than happy with this copy. I don't need a 7.0, 8.0 copy. I was just happy to bring this one back into my collection for the price that Nick had. Here's another one. I had a 4.0 copy, I believe, a few years ago. I sold it to try to fund getting another book. And I said I'd like to get it again, and I did. And it's not much of an upgrade, but still, nonetheless, an upgrade. Green Lantern number 76, the famous Neil Adams cover. It's the issue where supposedly comics became real serious and all that. Great cover, very memorable book, and Neil Adams and Denny O'Neil really worked on a memorable piece of Green Lantern history that started with this book. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted it back in my collection, because of there's a lot of history in there. Amazing Spider-Man number 9. I originally had a 2.5 copy, and a couple years ago I was able to get this nice 4.5 copy. Really, really beautiful book. I don't see why it's not a 5, but then again, though, I don't work for CGC, do I? But pretty nice. Really nice looking 4.5 copy of the first appearance of Electro. Another one. Now, this is probably a 3.5 copy because it has a bit of a spine split. Okay? But other than that, the book is really nice. It's complete. It originally was dirty. It had like a lot of, dirt on it, but I was able to take it off and make it look a lot better. Amazing Spider-Man Annual #1. First appearance of the Sinister Six. My previous copy was a 0.5. It was bad shape. It was complete, though. Sort of. But it was really bad. This, even at a 3.5, this is a major upgrade. And this book is not cheap. It's hard to get. Like I said, I sold my previous copy to fund this one. But it's getting up there. A lot of people are specking on the Sinister Six. Whatever. Speculation aside, having Amazing Spider-Man Annual #1 is a good book to have in your collection. And the last one, another book that I had that I sold to fund my Incredible Hulk #1. This is a slight upgrade. I think it's more than a slight upgrade for me. But here we have Journey into Mystery 85, the first appearance of Loki, first appearance of Asgard, first cameo appearance of Odin, first appearance of the Bifrost Bridge, first appearance of Heimdall. A lot of stuff going on here. And it's also the third appearance of Thor, so it's got a lot going for it. It's still a good book to have, Loki series or not. Anyway, my original copy was a CBCS 3.0. You take that for what it's worth. Whether it was really a 3.0 or not, it just didn't look as nice as this. This book looks really nice. I don't understand why this is really not a 4.0. I really don't. It's attached. Who knows? Who knows? But it's a really nice looking 3.5. Whereas my CBCS 3.0 wasn't very nice looking. If you go back and watch previous comic book hauls, you can see it, where it had like an S stamped right next to Journey. It looked like Journeys into Mystery. It wasn't as nice looking. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't as nice looking as this one, is what I'm really saying. Well, that's it for Comic Book Upgrades, Part 5. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I don't know when there'll be another Comic Book Upgrades video, but I'm sure there will be one. And I hope you tune in to watch. Take care.